This is a lamp we're going to recreate. So we'll just load this into the diffuse slot. I'm just going to create a plane, like so, and apply this material. We'll just scale this until we get something we're happy with. And in reference to the table, something like that looks okay. So we'll just isolate this. So we're going to use the same method we've already used, creating the pendant light. So we'll go to the top viewport and create a cylinder. And we'll just scale this accordingly. If you go to your radius, we'll just adjust the radius to around, say about 60. And the height to about 20. Okay. I'll have to be a bit creative with this, as the perspective of the photograph isn't great, so we'll just apply an edit poly to our cylinder, and we'll delete the top and bottom face. Choose your edge selection, we'll just loop this round, and using shift and the scale tool, we'll just pull this in. Move this up slightly for the first step, and again just scale it in. The second step, just going to scale this round to the centre, like so. You can see there's a slight shadow gap in here, so we'll just extrude it up a small amount. We'll shift and drag that out as like so. Going to drag this up and scale it in slightly. So I select all these vertical edges here and connect a line across and just scale it out like so. Give a slight curve on this. Select all these top edges, just loop them round, and we'll just drag that into about there for the time being. So if we apply a turbo smooth to this, you can see we've got our steps there. We just need to refine these a bit more and refine the edges round about here. So go back to our edit poly and go to edge. Just bring all these edges round here and we'll go to connect. I'm going to slide this up to around here, so if we use our toggle show end result, we'll just pull that up to around there. And we'll do the same here. Okay. So we also want to connect a line across here. I'm going to pull this right to the bottom, as the bottom is pretty sharp. And at the very bottom, we just loop these round. I'm going to scale it in ever so slightly, and again. It's pretty sharp now at the bottom. Got a nice rounded edge here, as we have here, but we could just edit that slightly. So if we just bring our edges around here, connect one line, toggle show end result, and we can just adjust this, just decrease the curve ever so slightly. Okay, so we go back in here to the centre. I'm just going to select all these edges in here in the shadow gap, and put my slider back to 0 and connect two segments. Just adjust these, it's pretty sharp in there. And I'm going to do the same just here, but just one segment, and I'm going to slide this right to the bottom. For the top of here, we'll just select, I'll bring all these lines round, And just adjust your slider again to 0. Add 2 segments and OK that. So that is pretty good for the base. So if we go to our front viewport now, I'm going to roughly mark out with a spline this shape here. So we'll just draw this round like so. And just hold shift to get a nice straight line here. So under your modifier list, if under selection we'll select vertex, and we can just adjust these like so. Just ensure these are all in the centre. We'll just select all our vertices and right click and go to Bezier corner. We're going to use the green handles here to adjust our shape to match the reference photography. Like so. So I'm going to select this vertex here, scroll down on my edit spline parameters, and we'll go to fillet. So we can just adjust that and get a nice curve in there. That looks pretty good. Just pull this out for the time being. So we'll go to a modifier list, we'll apply a sweep modifier. And we'll change, use built-in section, we'll change this to cylinder. We'll just adjust this at the moment, like so. And if you go back to your line, select the vertices and show end result toggle, we can just move these around. Yeah, we can still see the thickness of the line. So we'll just make this a bit more accurate. Like so. I'm pretty happy with that. Starting to take shape now. So what we'll do is we'll finish up the lesson here, and in the next lesson we'll continue modelling our side table lamp.